So if you think about almost a really turbulent waters of how you're like going and being pushed back and forth, that type of back and forth tidal wave process is causing you to purify, it's causing you to restore. I almost think about the spiritual aspect of water. It's flushing you anew. That is the purpose of the ocean. When I think about my ocean moment, I think about the few months right after I crossed the seven figure mark in my business. Those few months I like to call seven figure dissonance. And the reason why I say the word dissonance is because that's what I felt. In the moment, I felt this joy and almost like euphoric energy that I had accomplished this huge milestone in my business that I had been focused on for a good time. But then the dissonance part of this was it didn't feel like what I expected it to feel like. So disappointment is when expectations don't meet reality. And my expectations of what seven figures would look like and feel like was not what I was experiencing, because actually, what I was experiencing was that my business was breaking again. Because I've had my business for 6 years. We've been growing so rapidly every year. Every year, I have doubled the revenue in my business, which means if I've had a system for a year or 2 years, my business would be a half to the fourth of a size that it was in comparison to today. So now that I'm at the seven figure mark, there are some systems that I had that we were a $500,000 when we built that system. Some partnerships and systems we had, we were $250,000 when we established that partnership or built that system. And now that we're at the $1 million mark and we're pushing our way to eight figures, that system, that partnership isn't going to work anymore, which forces us to redefine. And it becomes our ocean. It forces us to restore. It forces us to find self balance. It forces us to purify, right? Where we might be in the tidal wave of this seven figure dissonance. But the benefit of that, and now we have to break down in order to build up and set us up for our next milestone of eight figures.